I've been hemming on something. At one point I wanted to out the guy who had used me. I wanted to put his name out there, his identity. I wanted people to know, but unfortunately I can't do that. Because if I did that, that would put light on people I don't want to be lit up. People he's hurt that deserve the privacy in this. My amp. So I'm not going to use his name, but I do want to talk about him. And I do this in part. Well, in part because I can now. I can talk about him without my emotions going crazy. And in part, for anybody, man or woman, boy or girl, whomever, is in a situation like this, to help maybe shine a light on it so they can see and say, well, wait a minute. Because I did not recognize that what was going on was abuse. I see it clearly now. Contrasts, understanding of age. But when it was happening, I did not at all see it as abuse. I was simply a kind person who believed thoroughly that you give everyone the benefit of the doubt. If they do something that is kind of hurtful towards you, you give them the benefit of the doubt. It was just an accident. It was misunderstanding. They didn't mean it. He turned that back on me and used it against me. He would buy me things. And in my young mind that just believed that people could be good, I had just assumed that meant that he was a nice guy. And that for some reason that he actually cared about my well-being. I know now that's neither of those are true. Because the sheer fact of this is, I've talked to people and I know a bit of his history now, and he has done nothing but leave a wake of pain wherever he goes. He was arrested once for forcing himself on two guys. He was never convicted because he paid them off. That I know for sure. He still works in a profession that puts him close to kids. Now, I'm trying to avoid specifics because I don't want to point anything at him directly for the sake of the other people. But he brought an underage boy into his life in a way that was, that should have said trust. And then he turned around and started abusing him. He's nearly destroyed a couple of lives, and one I think he may have, but it's only speculation. Let's just say there's someone who's dead. And because I know him as well as I do, and I've seen the evidence of his life, and it's only speculation on my part, but I do believe he had a part in it. That person is dead because of him. So, it's just important. How you feel is important. And you are technically never trapped. Because the fundamental truth is we do not owe anybody anything. We oftentimes want to give back to people who give to us. But we do not owe anyone anything. You always have the choice You always have the choice to get out, to leave. And regardless of what that person says, no matter how many guilt-laden statements they use, no matter how much they've given to you materially, money, gifts, you do not owe them a thing. You owe yourself your dignity. You owe yourself. I did not recognize it as abuse. I immediately assumed that I had trapped myself and that I was weak, just weak, because I couldn't fix the situation and I thought I owed him. I don't want anybody to be stuck there. The feelings can be strong, but the truth is, you can leave with no negative repercussion, except for their idiocy, their words. So if you're in question and you're not sure, get out. Allow yourself a chance for perspective. Realize that your self-worth and your dignity are important. Looking for some grandiose thing to say. The guy's a fuck up. He deserves to go to jail. If he ever gets arrested again, I'm traveling 800 miles to be in that courtroom, to do whatever I can to see that he goes to jail. Because that man has not made any use of this life. And he's hurt a lot of people. And he's still walking around, smiling, knowing him very smugly. And I'm sure he's doing something, somehow, some way, to try to get in and control and take from another person. Anyways, I just wanted to say this. No one's ever really trapped. We have the choice. You owe nobody you don't owe anybody anything. Anyways, you all have a good morning. Mine's starting out okay.